Namaste. Today is a very important day for Agastya because it's Teacher's Day. If there's anything that Agastya stands for, it's for teaching and learning with students and learners across the country and increasingly outside India as well. In his autobiography, My Experiments with Truth, Mahatma Gandhi says, and I quote, "The most important textbook for the pupil, for the student, is his or her teacher. The most important textbook for the pupil is his or her teacher." That is how important your role as a teacher is. It's a transformational role. It's a role which, if performed well, with your mind and your heart, you can help transform the destiny of not just one child, but the entire country. Because how you engage with a child makes so much difference to how that child grows up. The child's attitudes, how she or he perceives the world around them, how she or he perceives the world within them, how she or he engages with their family, with their friends, with their colleagues. This is what a culture is all about. How you engage with others, other human beings, and with your environment, with animals, with plants, with trees. And the building blocks of the attitude which you carry forward as you grow up happens when you're young, when your mind is impressionable. We can all change as we grow up, but a lot of what we become, there's a famous saying, the child is the father of the man, the woman. In other words, what you experience when you're very young has a very important, impressionable effect on your psyche. And what a teacher therefore does in the classroom or outside the classroom with his or her student becomes of paramount importance. And that's what I meant when I said you can influence and affect the destiny of a child. And through the child, the adult, and through the adult, the destiny of an entire nation. That is how important your job is. So what is the role of a teacher? Well, in Agastya, what we have said is our mission is to disseminate the spirit of aha, and ha. Curiosity, creativity, confidence, and caring. Today, I'd like to focus on the importance of the spirit of caring, the spirit of humanity. Why is this so important? You know, many of you might have heard this story from me before, but I'd like to repeat it. Some years ago, I asked a group of children in a government school outside Bangalore, "Why do you come to Agastya?" And they said, "Sir, because of all the interesting models that you have. We don't have them in our class, in our school." So I said, "All right, I'll give you a set of the models. Will you still come to Agastya?" And they said, "Yes, because our teachers are not trained to teach with these models. Whereas the Agastya teacher knows how to bring the models alive in the classroom." So I said, "I'll tell you what, we will train your teachers to bring these models alive in the classroom." So now you have the models and you have the trained teachers. Will you still come to Agastya? And they thought for a bit and they said, "Yes." I said, "Why would you come?" And they said, "Because, sir, the Agastya teacher is a friend." Now that was an aha, and ha moment for me. When I realized that yes, it's important to spark curiosity, creativity. It's important to provide resources, exciting, interesting, colorful, hands-on experiential models and experiments. But the most important thing, the foundation of learning, is the relationship between the teacher and the child. Think about it. Why is this so important? Imagine you're a child who has to get up at 4 or 5 in the morning and do some chores for your parents at home. Maybe even go out and work in somebody else's home. Come back, help your mother make breakfast, eat whatever there is, and go to school. And you're met with loads of children, all crushed into a classroom, and the teacher is just repeating something from a book, very stern and strict, might even sometimes use a cane or an abusive word, or tell you off with some words or with an expression. And you have to go back home and do more chores, help your mother or your father. For all you know, your father might be an alcoholic, or he may have died and your mother is living all alone, or the other way around. Now, this is a scenario which is not an exaggeration. You all know there are millions of kids in our country and around the world who experience this. Now, when you're in that state of mind, of trouble, of anxiety, of tension, of stress, how much can you concentrate in the classroom? How much can you actually learn and absorb when your mind is so distracted? When you're in that state of mind, what are you looking for? You're looking for some kindness, some generosity, some connection with an individual. And if that person is your teacher, then your eyes light up. Your brain is now more settled. You gradually begin to forget all your other problems, and slowly you can begin to focus on learning. So, creating that relationship, and a good, sane, healthy relationship that leads to positive thoughts and psychology in a child's mind is really the most important thing, the most fundamental thing that an Agastya teacher can do. Especially during these times of COVID, we all know cases of thousands of children who've gone through no learning in the last year and a half. God knows what's happened to them, and Agastya is trying to respond to that challenge through a lot of new innovations. But fundamentally, why are we doing all this? Because we care. There is a spirit of caring, of love, of connection, of bandhu with the children. And Agastya provides that connection through you, the teacher. I do interact with a lot of children, but I don't teach them on a daily basis. And neither do a lot of the members of Agastya's management. But you, the teacher, you are the tip of the spear, where the rubber meets the road. You are at what they call the coal face. So what you do and how you engage with the student makes all the difference. If you could put a smile on your student's face, on the learner's face, I think you've done what you need to do. You bring about transformation. So, curiosity, creativity, all of them are terribly important, and we've spoken about them on many occasions. But today I just wanted to focus on the spirit of caring and tell you, whatever we do, however we do it, never forget that it's the relationship that you have with the child, the relationship that you build with the child, that's the foundation, that's the actual jewel in the crown of Agastya. So keep that in mind. I wish you all the very best. Keep the faith. We are moving ahead. We've done a lot of new things. Agastya is on a stronger wicket, and you're going to see the results over the next 12, 18, 24 months. We are embarked on a new vision, Agastya 2.0, and I have no doubt that all of you, through your spirit of caring, humanity, and connection, will make it happen. Thank you very much. Namaste.